fall of snow that is still continuing right now, but despite all that, all 10 of our teams that are taking part today are here.
Everybody made it in, and that's the most important. Made it in safe. Everybody's healthy. And you'll notice there's quite a presence missing down low in the post for LBA today, and that's Ali Atiki, class of 2021, 6'11", 7'3", 7'4" wingspan. He's dealing with an injury on the wrist, and we hope to have him back for nationals. He's being assessed right now, trying to figure out if it's Atiki, if it's a fracture in the wrist, or if it's just swelling from a bruise. Good first step there. Good job reading.
There is some solid defense by Bolatito Obasado, who had himself an outstanding Montreal session.
If they can keep that rolling, man, they're going to need, this is the thing with Halifax, because they don't, ooh, nice move, Jordan. Because they don't have a lot of depth on the roster, they need 3 to 4 guys to bring it every single game. And right now, a lot of teams have keyed in on the fact that Stacey Smith can be that spot-up guy. There's a travel that time.
So we are tied at 2 here in the early going as we work through. And now up here in Ottawa, and here's another nice basket from Michael Mattis. Up here in Ottawa, this type of snowstorm is nothing for them. School's still open.
You see how quickly they got the streets cleaned up. Good dump off, but Ali's got to be a lot more ready than that.
LBA with a 4-2 lead here in the opening 2.5 minutes.
And their point guard, number 3 in the white, Jordan Nelson, is coming off of a ridiculous dunk contest. I think he showed a lot of people an element of his game that nobody really knew.
Nice
jumping over guys.
Jumper. That was Flynn Gilmore checking in. Foul called on Nelson. Simmons. Down low, Ali Regab, kick back out. Tavon Downey, pull up. No good, that's Halifax's game. Regab pulling it down, looking to get out in transition. Another element of the sevens game that they need to start in order to hang in this game against LBA. Obasado no good. Mattis taking it right at Ali Regab, and he might not have seen the scouting report from Montreal.
And hats off to Regab for all the work that he's done, man, and just preparing himself for the next level and preparing himself for the course of the season. This is the best shape we've seen him in. He clearly has put in a lot of work.
Mattis, transition slam. Simmons just has it taken away by Gilmore. Nelson's back the other way. Layup is good. Timeout on the floor for Halifax Prep. They're down 8. We'll be back after a short break.
3 seasons. Almost 300 games.
Oh, Jacoby Neath!
Thousands of kilometers over 8 provinces.
He tried to send that one to Banff.
Making Canadian basketball history.
History has been made.
Nearly 100 alumni are now playing at the post-secondary level. Some will see their dreams come true. And all of our former players will forever be part of the NPA family.
Oh, killing time. Allen Spoon Hunters cooking up a show. Jordan Prasad putting the NPA on notice.
Now, new names will emerge
Setting the NPA on fire.
with the same passion of those that came before them. And to them we say, next man up. 3 seasons. Almost 300 games.
Oh, Jacoby Neath.
Thousands of kilometers over 8 provinces,
He tried to send that one to Banff.
making Canadian basketball history.
History has been made.
Nearly 100 alumni are now playing at the post-secondary level. Some will see their dreams come true. And all of our former players will forever be part of the NPA family.
10-2 London Basketball Academy out with the early lead, playing without one of their stars, Atiki Ali Atiki, due to a wrist injury. Really changes things for this squad, but they are very deep.
A lot of people have stepped up for LBA at the second half of the season, and that's usually the tale for LBA. It's always a second half team. They figure themselves out. Coach Angelo Provenzano gets to try a lot of different offenses and different rotations, and it seems like now he has he has like 7 guys that he can go with and roll through. Good dump off pass there as they entered the lane, just Mattis fumbling it.
Halifax Prep drove in last night, as did Oakville Prep, who play later on today. Teams just trying to find the safest and best way to get up here, but I'll tell you this, nobody was missing this session.
14, guys, 14.
And you see how high the zone here is starting for LBA. They're really locked in on Stacey Smith and not allowing any 3 balls to get off.
Oh, Ali Rakab spiking it. Doesn't take him long. Quick gather. Transition game. Same sort of pass and easily picked off.
Michael Mattis has got to put that ball on the floor before he takes that first one. Regab getting a well-deserved break. A little bit of a breather before they get him back in.
Nelson, baseline, no good. Ooh, that was inadvertent kick, I guess. Saying it was not a kick, inadvertent. Mike Mattis was bleeding. Halifax Prep was trying to bring it to the referee's attention. Stepped out of bounds along that sideline. For any of the teams watching from home, the sideline here has been quite tricky for all these squads to get used to. I've seen multiple stepping out of bounds, just not knowing where they are on the floor. Court awareness, no matter the gym you're in, is important. Yeah. Ooh. Called it on Obasado.
Let's go. We need to play some deep. Let's get it. I got ball.
10-4. LBA up with 3:20 left in this first quarter. You know, we've had lots of conversations about teams that are in the hunt for the national championship in just a month, and this is why I believe LBA. Ooh, J9 Simmons.
That was a tough finish.
I mean, excuse me. J9 always with a smile on his face, and then Ali Regab sends it back. The individual play by some of these Halifax Prep players, like Simmons, is wow.
That might have been the play of the year, in my opinion.
I think Samuel Alamutu would have something to say about that, as would Moon Reith. Basket and the bump. Bolatito Obasado. This is what makes Halifax Prep fun to watch, man. They just come with these flashes of brilliance that make you just hold your drink.
Right now, you see a condensed roster from Halifax Prep with the guys that, you know, that left due to academic issues and all that kind of stuff, and it's actually worked in their favor. Having a short roster has forced everybody to step up their game. Look at the big man Ali Regab and the opportunity that he's had. He's playing tougher. He's enforcing his will a little bit more, using his size, and I think he's one of the best long-term projects there is in this league. And with bigs, as you know, JT, they take longer to develop. You can't expect a ready product out of a 16-year-old, 7-foot kid.
Subs in. 2-3.
Could have been a 5. Nelson gets it back. He is very good at probing the D. Simmons.
And Stacey Smith has not got a chance to even let off a shot yet.
Now he will. No.
That closeout, quick.
Angelo Provenzano, one of the better coaches in the nation, and has this team scouted. Great outlet.
Great feed on the outlet pass there. It's about setting your guy up and making him chase it down. Put it a little bit ahead of him and make him go get it.
Yeah, see, and you can hear Coach Fullahan saying they are all over Stacey Smith. He can't find his way open. But this drive and dish game is working for Halifax right now. Downey hands it off to Simmons for 2. Nelson inbounding. Nelson into the corner. Gilmore Gets into the paint, gets it back out to Isaiah Owen. Back up to Gilmore. Just a flick of the wrist for him. Offensive rebound by Kruger.
And Gilmore's got those. You set him up. You just make sure you get him open looks.
Jordan Nelson, so crafty.
Trying the best J9 Simmons impression there.
There we go again, Obasato. Halley Prep will compete with anybody. And active on that bench. J9 Simmons, one of the most entertaining guys on the floor. Welcomed Marcus Stewart into the game. Waiting for him to come in. No ill will with him, though. I mean, he just loves to compete and loves the game. One of the characters of the NPA. That was Keenan Thompson with the jumper.
Thompson's another one of those guys, comes off the bench and just does his job. We were talking about somebody yesterday. I forget who, JT. Maybe might have been Wilson Dubinsky, a guy that just comes off the bench but knows exactly what is needed from him. And look at the energy here from Thompson. Trying to get a huddle.
Shout out the $1 McDonald's coffee.
Some good beans.
This has got to last me a long time. Isaiah Owen, great addition to this LBA squad as the Riverhawks have arrived. Both our East Coast representation are in the gym.
Also college coaches in attendance as well. Queens University's coach Stephen Berry, head coach as well.
Owen banks it in to beat the buzzer. The refs say it's good. Owen from downtown shouting out the Midwest LBA 5-point lead after the first.
As the summer comes to a close, high school season remains a lasting component to a student-athlete's pathway. Players who thrive in high school are recruited by prep programs to continue pursuing the next level in a competitive environment. At this stage, North Pole Hoops has identified Canada's top prospects from coast to coast, placing them at programs within the National Preparatory Association. Founded in 2016, this league is quickly emerging as a global destination for the world's elite basketball prospects. Utilizing the exposure arm of North Pole Hoops, comprised of digital marketing, live broadcast, and scouting, NPH acts as a media and marketing partner for the NPA to maximize exposure for our student athletes, helping them gain scholarship opportunities, our ultimate measure of success. Climb the ladder to the next level by joining the North Pole Hoops family and enter the blueprint. Junior NPH Showcase Circuit. This level caters to elementary school student athletes in graduation to the high school tier. As a camper, you will have the opportunity to enter the NPH national rankings, where player profiles are created acting as an online resume. This database is directly connected to a network of over 150 prep and post-secondary programs. By attending our camps, you will maximize on scholarship opportunities, perform in front of national scouts, and get a chance to learn from elite NBA skill trainer David Tyndale. Entering the showcase environment provides every camper an opportunity to measure their talent against elite prospects within the region. Top performers raise their stock and begin their recruitment process with exposure opportunities through national rankings, player mixtapes, and connecting families directly to college and university coaches. Regardless of age, gender, or talent level, developing professionalism and positive habits.
The Riverhawks have arrived. The 8-0 Rothsay Netherwood School Riverhawks, including Zach Bottegoni and his sunglass styles. In their defense, it was a very long evening for them. With their flight from Montreal to Ottawa being canceled, they had to drive through the storm to get here. Shutout head coach Damien Gay, a problem solver, not a problem giver. What? It's game one. It's game 1 of 6 today. Hey, man, it starts at the top. It starts at the top when you're working with a program that, let you know that they're running into travel issues, but that they are going to work through it. Just wanted to keep you updated. Those sort of things are impressive. We have the officials taking some time to make sure the score table is
In the
up to
meantime,
speed.
in the meantime,
go ahead, talk. Go ahead.
we're in Ottawa here. There's a lot going on at the U Sports level right now. They're in playoffs. And Carleton, after taking a loss to Ottawa, comes back in the Ravens' nest and beats up on Ottawa 96-61. Carleton just continuing to show and prove why they're the best program in Canada. Maybe in all sports in Canada. We'll take a quick break and get
No,
this
we're not going
sorted
to
out.
take a quick break, because the minute we take a quick break, they're going to be fine. I mean, I don't know, like, we see? We're
There
going
we
to take
go.
a quick
I
break.
guess
That's
we're- I
why
guess we're not
you
taking a-
don't host and live stream the play-by-play. That is why I do it, because after waiting for a minute, let's take a break. Oh, minute 5. They're good.
You know what? I'm just going to keep my mouth shut for the rest of the game.
Analyze the game, Elias. Analyze. And shovel the driveway with me.
That was fun.
It was wet. My daughter would have loved that packing snow, but shoveling that.
I don't like that bailout, but good on him for getting to the line because he had no chance on that possession. 3 white jerseys all around him. You got to be as vertical as possible. There was no chance at that play.
Stacey Smith took a while to get onto the board, and he does it from the charity stripe. That's what happens when, you only have to prepare for 8 guys on a squad, and you got a shooter like this.
And he shot an excellent 3-point percentage. Here's Simmons on the steal. That was impressive in itself. Originally, intention was to dunk it. He lost control and might have got slapped on the wrist and still found a way to keep it.
I personally hate that when I go out to dunk a ball and then have to finish
I
off
know.
the glass.
Isn't it the worst?
It's terrible. It ruins my mixtape every time. Oh, a little floater, but the one-man rebound over 4 Halifax Prep players.
And if you'll notice on the floor right now, there aren't any willing rebounders for LBA. The perimeter is surrounded with the guys that are on the floor right now.
That's what happens when you play without a guy like Atiki Ali Atiki. Oh, we got a fast break 2-on-1. Owen keeps it himself. He knew he had his teammate there for the easy putback. David Ramirez. Been waiting to drop that one.
Solid U Sports prospect there. Ramirez has definitely a high IQ and just the ability to set up his guys. I think he's serviceable at the U Sports level.
Michael Reynolds, no good. Kick back out. I knew he was going to trigger that. He was just waiting with Stacey Smith.
And you saw it was nothing but butter there. That was all mesh. You give him a little bit of space, just a quick look at the rim, and he's gonna let it off. Firepower coming in here for LBA, both Mattis and Nelson. Flynn Gilmore also checks back in. He'll be inbounding the ball here for LBA.
Lots of guys who can fill it up from range on this LBA squad, but Mattis now is going to be the straw that stirs the LBA drink. Look at that. Mike Mattis going to the baseline, turnaround jumper. You want to talk about guys who are NPA born and bred. Mattis is that guy.
Thank you, Stace.
Oh, Euro stepping. Nelson just has not had the finish at the rim yet today. Ooh, nice baseline take, and Regad picks up the foul.
And hats off to Kruger, man. Just the follow-up play on that rebound, giving them another opportunity to get a possession. In a slim, tight game like this, 24-20, you know, every single possession counts.
Oh, if that would have ended up with a free throw rebound for LBA.
J9 Simmons, again, just continues to absorb contact, take bumps, and finds a way to finish. Just great body control overall.
Yeah, he's just a baller, man. He could play on my team any day.
I think he's
would
gonna
not want
make
to play against him.
He's going to make an excellent JUCO prospect because they'll have 2 years to fine-tune his skill set, help him figure out the mental side from an IQ standpoint. There's a lot of things he does here in high school that he won't get away with in college, but I think that you have a great base to work with if you're a JUCO program.
Smith, no good. Owen in transition. That is a tough pass to throw in that situation. Owen pulls it. Yeah, he has a lot of confidence when he pulls up from range.
Yeah, I think his overall presence, you said it, the word that you used was confidence. Definitely no shortage of that. And almost another steal.
Simmons. No good from the corner. Halifax Prep comes out with it. Look at Gilmore getting after it. Michael Reynolds just not strong enough on the ball. He's strong enough, just wasn't strong enough in that particular instance. Mattis, baseline. No good on the reverse.
I'd like to see him come to a jump stop on that and just gather a little bit, get some more body control before putting up a shot.
Simmons. Smith. Oh, good D by Nelson. Transition. Owen finishes. This is what, yes.
That's the second time that they've had, that's 4 points that they've gotten out of that Nelson-Owen combo.
LBA pushes their lead to 7. We got a good one, folks, 4 minutes into the second quarter.
Golden Dough, it's a family restaurant. We are in Mississauga, been here for 25 years. It's a Middle East cuisine. We make it out of love. We make it fresh. It's very healthy for an athlete to come in to have a nice meal. Sitting around back home, like when you order a big plate or like a small plate, they like to share. A lot of family come together, they sit together. So this is what kind of makes it a family restaurant. Back in the day, my grandpa used to be a baker and he used to run a restaurant. So it's pretty much in my blood. Anybody that comes in will feel like into a family business. Come to Golden Dough in Mississauga, be part of the family.
Are vital for the success of all campers in life and in basketball. So the blueprint tackles academic eligibility, self-reflection, assessment, goal setting, and brand management. All aspects necessary to become a professional on and off the court. By attending
It has to be beat down into your head. You have to be challenged repetitively. You have to set a trend for the next guys that are coming up. Don't be asked to go harder. Give your hardest before you are asked.
In the fall, rep tryouts set the stage, but not everyone makes it.
At NPA Canada for all your social media needs. MySpace, MSN. I think there's a couple other ones too that are new. Could not finish, but again, Jordan Nelson distributing on the fast break.
Just gorgeous pass from Nelson, man. You gotta get those to go.
Ali, no foul call. Back the other way, they're letting them play. That's the putback.
And I'm okay with that. A little bit of contact, not gonna decide really on the possession.
Coming up on the midway point of the second quarter between Halifax Prep and LBA, the first of 6 games here today. Obasado.
And one thing I've really liked about Jordan Nelson, he's very selective in when he chooses to turn on the engine and go coast to coast. He finds gaps in the defense. In transition on that possession, you saw him slow it down because there wasn't a lot of space to weave through there.
Lefty Ryan Heim, corner pocket money ball, pushes the lead up to 12. Good trap there. Smith got out of it. Reynolds, not his game, but he'll hit it to shut me in.
Take that, play-by-play guy.
Stick to the play-by-play, don't analyze. Nelson, drive, kick, stepped out of bounds. Those negative steps on the sidelines.
Those have hurt them before in that Halifax session. This is the largest lead of the game here, just a 10-point game.
Just had an 11-point lead.
Pardon?
They just had an 11-point lead prior.
Oh, my bad, my bad.
I only know because I looked up at that exact moment and went, oh, they're back, they're up double digits. But you are right, it's been a single-digit lead the majority of this game. Halifax Prep has really hung in tight against an LBA squad that has much more depth. Ali Regab, like I've said before, he obviously can dunk it, and we've wanted to see that from him, but it's also important for a big to be able to have that nice touch around the rim to finish soft.
And I think one of the things that Halifax Prep is not doing right now is getting him more touches to attract interior defense towards him so they can open up their shooting.
Mattis is going to work on Ali, and this is what I love about getting more bigs in this league. Michael Mattis is becoming a better player because he gets to play against Ali Regab in this game.
Good job splitting the defense that time by Downey.
Marcus Stewart checking in. Officials doing a great job of making sure the score table is kind of learning on the go as well. In all aspects of the game of basketball in Canada, improvements are being made and need to be made so that the small things in running tournaments and sessions and high-level competitions like this across the board, people are getting better.
Ali, hit him. Hit somebody. Hit somebody, Ali.
Tough pass to throw down at the ankles of Ali Regab. No foul on the shot, but they end up calling it underneath the basket. Good ball movement leads to an open three. No good. There's Regab. Wow. Like, that's what I'm talking about. I mean, that is, in my mind, outside of his range. He kissed that off glass. Perfect angle. Again, another player that the league is loving the progression.
And Tito going a little too fast, lost it on that possession. It was a 2-on-1.
2:43 to go here. Lead is down to 8. Halifax Prep has been able to stem the bleeding. Stop the bleeding?
Yeah. Put a Band-Aid on it.
Way to dumb it down. Some gauze. Free throws are good. Downey. Man, Halifax Prep has been putting obviously a lot of time in to the film room. You could hear the Halifax Prep bench saying, "Stacey, we do not need that foul." But it's LBA that is knocking on the door of being in the penalty.
And college coaches in attendance today recruiting players from both sides. Ali Regab starting to get a lot of national attention at the U Sports level. Also Michael Mattis. You got Queens, University of Ottawa, Brock, and Drake from NCAA Division I in the building right now.
Shout out Larry Blunt. He's been on this Canadian basketball pipeline for a while. Nice save by Flynn Gilmore.
And some may say he helped start the whole prep scene. He was a big part of the operation with the boys like Jalen Poyser and Jamal Murray and those guys.
Keenan Thompson with 5 straight points. He's got a loose knee strap out there. Regab. Oh, see, that's where he has to realize where he's at and who he has on him. Nelson. Ooh. Showing off the bunnies, but was not smooth, so just dropped it in softly.
2 points is 2 points. LBA will take it.
Well, on a 7-0 run by LBA.
Yep.
Pushes the lead back to double digits. There's Obasado. That's what he does. Lots of length. Good English on him. Regab got back, broke it up.
And Regab is slowing down. He looks a little bit gassed.
Corner 3 is good. S to the power 2 for 3. Stacey Smith.
And as I look at Regab, I see
another swat.
I'm okay with the he looks a little bit tired right now, and that's perfectly fine. If conditioning is like the main concern, then that's not a big issue. You can see his skill set is developing. He alters and blocks a lot of shots. Conditioning can be worked on in the offseason. So to me, that is a U Sports player that I would want to mold.
Oh, Reynolds fell asleep on the inbounds, leading to an easy 2 from Gilmore. 1 minute left. The lead is at 10. This has been a very, very good start to the day. Good games. Oh, Gilmore got a little fancy with the pass. And I wonder if they're going to pull him out for that pass. That's a Angelo Provenzano call. But no, he ends up bringing on Nelson instead.
Ball screen, Mikey. Ball screens. Ball screens.
Stripped by Nelson.
He only dunks in dunk contests, if that's what you're asking about.
I'll tell you one guy who's not a fan of Jordan Nelson right now. His name is Jason Ramroop.
Why is that? Oh,
sitting there on the baseline saying, yo, what's
just waiting
going on?
for highlights.
Not sitting here holding the camera for 12 hours today for you to lay it in.
Yeah, I think we're going to see flashes of that explosiveness and that athleticism in open court situations, and LBA's gotten a lot of them here in this game. Not just him. Owen's got the break. He's been able to run. It's been transition buckets for LBA. About half of their points coming from transition.
What? You gotta shoot that, no?
10 left in the quarter. Obasado comes out with it. 3 seconds to go. Got to shoot it. Stacey Smith's the guy. Rims out, leads at 12 at halftime. A 10-minute break. We'll be back for third quarter action.
The North Pole Hoops Blueprint is a multi-layered system for Canadian basketball talent to maximize their potential from grade 5 all the way to the NBA. NPH works in partnership with the community, including the national provincial governing bodies, as well as club programs to maximize scholarship opportunities. The NPH Showcase Circuit is your opportunity to learn the blueprint while joining the NPH family. Starting with our foundation, that is the Junior NPH Showcase Circuit. This level caters to elementary school student athletes in graduation to the high school tier. As a camper, you will have the opportunity to enter the NPH national rankings, where player profiles are created acting as an online resume. This database is directly connected to a network of over 150 prep and post-secondary programs. By attending our camps, you will maximize on scholarship opportunities, perform in front of national scouts, and get a chance to learn from elite NBA skill trainer David Tyndale. Entering the showcase environment provides every camper an opportunity to measure their talent against elite prospects within the region. Top performers raise their stock and begin their recruitment process with exposure opportunities through national rankings, player mixtapes, and connecting families directly to college and university coaches. Regardless of age, gender, or talent level, developing professionalism and positive habits are vital for the success of all campers in life and in basketball. The blueprint tackles academic eligibility, self-reflection, assessment, goal setting, and brand management, all aspects necessary to become a professional on and off the court. The NPH Showcase Circuit takes place from April to December in a player-focused environment, while the Canadian National Invitational Tournament in July brings a team-focused evaluation platform. The CNIT brings 100-plus top-tier clubs from around the world to compete for the national crown. Student athletes continue their journey to the next level as North Pole Hoops invites the network of prep and post-secondary programs to evaluate talent live and direct. As the summer comes to a close, high school season remains a lasting component to a student athlete's pathway. Players who thrive in high school are recruited by prep programs to continue pursuing the next level in a competitive environment. At this stage, North Pole Hoops has identified Canada's top prospects from coast to coast, placing them at programs within the National Preparatory Association. Founded in 2016, this league is quickly emerging as a global destination for the world's elite basketball prospects. Utilizing the exposure arm of North Pole Hoops, comprised of digital marketing, live broadcast, and scouting, NPH acts as a media and marketing partner for the NPA to maximize exposure for our student athletes, helping them gain scholarship opportunities, our ultimate measure of success. Climb the ladder to the next level by joining the North Pole Hoops family and enter the blueprint.
Who will be crowned national champion?
And Jacoby's going to try to measure this one up, looking for a Made to measure suit.
Fourth quarter of action is brought to you by Indochino, where right now, using promo code HOOPS, you can get a custom-made, made-to-measure suit that a number of our coaches get fitted up. 10 showrooms across Canada, 6 of them where we have teams in the NPA. Match made in heaven, Indochino and the NPA.
Indochino, the official sponsor of the NPA. We are excited to have you as a sponsor. We're excited for what you're doing and what your brand brings to our league. The prestige of your brand, the prestige of our league from coast to coast.
The guys at Indochino were amazing when I got fitted. I can't thank you guys enough.
Indochino making me look good. That's all I gotta say. It's not always an easy task. Very grateful that you guys are taking care of me and having me look a little bit better.
I really thank you for putting the time in and believing in what we're doing with young men and just again establishing ourselves in not only the basketball community but the community that we live in.
Thank you, Indochino.
It's really instinct that sets him apart.
My name's Addy Patterson, the #1 player in the country. Ever since I was a little kid, I was always putting work in. I always really gotten better at the recovery part of basketball and getting proper rest and you know, really the off-the-court stuff that prepares me when it's time to go train or play that game. I'm taking care of my body and making sure I'm well prepared. You know, I've been really just trying to get in the gym with guys that are at that next level, NBA players, D1, high major athletes, really just trying to prepare myself and push myself and not be comfortable.
My name's Roderick Patterson. I'm Addison's father.
My name is Jackie Patterson, and I'm Addison's mom. Addison, ever since he was a baby, he's always been a super sweet, calm, kind soul, and he's still the same way now.
When he first started playing basketball, I mean, he was determined even from dribbling to be a perfectionist.
He's just always been really competitive and sets huge goals. I knew he was going to be something really special.
Whether it was raining outside, snowing, morning, night, he was always outside. Always training.
My name is Leah Patterson, and I'm Addie's little sister.
I'm Elijah Patterson, and I'm Addie's little brother. He's amazing. He helps us out with a lot of stuff, even when he's not home, because he's like at school a lot in America. But we still call each other, and we're still in touch. So he's a really good older brother. I think he's gonna make it really far.
I think he's gonna do really good too, and I think he's gonna reach to go into a higher level and go into the NPA.
Hi, my name is Adrian. I work here at Big House Cuts. I've been Addie's barber for a few years now. From we knew him, he was about 11. He was quiet, always quiet, didn't say much. The only time I've ever seen him show like much emotion is when I see videos of him playing basketball.
What separates Addison Patterson from the rest of the class?
Well, I think the size for position. He now stands at 6'7" and is a scoring guard. He can be played as a 2 or a 3. You know, he's very versatile in his scoring ability. He could start from the perimeter, usually operates from the 45 angles when he starts his penetration. And he had this innate killer instinct that I think was, you don't see it in players often. I mean, it's rare. You find it in guys like Jamal Murray, AJ Lawson, Jacoby Neath, RJ Barrett, Nikhil.
The second half is about to get underway between Halifax Prep and LBA. We got Nova Scotia versus London in Ottawa. Smith into the corner. Obasado. Ball fake, then tried to shovel it through. No room for that. Oh, there's a nice swap by Simmons, but there to clean up the mess is Ramirez. Obasado, nice feed. Ragab. Wide open down low with Simmons. He's going to have an opportunity to rebound, but instead it was saved by his teammate. No
and you
finish
got
from
Stacey
Downey.
Smith wide open in the corner on the drive. I don't know how you don't see that. Anytime, if I'm playing with Stacey, anytime I see him open, unless I got an open layup, I'm pitching it out to him.
Obasado was the man who's been active offensively for Halifax Prep. But again, as mentioned, Obasado this time from range. Ooh, nice look from Nelson to Mattis. Closed off by Ragab. Very good with his body awareness is Ali. Smith, back rim, no good. Heim, Gilmore, handoff to Nelson. Heim sitting there waiting for the shot. Instead they go the other way. Kruger airs it out. Simmons. Sorry, Smith. Downey. There's Simmons. Just a half second too late trying to get that pass to Ragab. 8 on the shot clock.
And if Halifax Prep could find a way to keep knocking down some threes, it's going to force LBA out of this zone or to rearrange the zone. And there should have been a travel or self-pass called there.
End up calling it on Heim on the floor on the drive. Obasado, who shot a good percentage from the charity stripe in Montreal. Splits a pair.
I think him and J9 Simmons have this skill that not that many have in terms of finding a way to get to the rim, sidestepping their defender, weaving through traffic, absorbing contact. That's something not a lot of players could do at a high level.
Ooh. Yeah, Simmons called for the foul.
Couple minutes in here to the third quarter. Good pump fake.
And that gets the LBA bench up. They like seeing that from their guy, Ryan Heim. Looked at mostly as an outside shooter and got it to go off the dribble.
He's another
Jordan
guy
Nelson.
who's graduating this year. Good look ahead here. At 6'9", you got to be finishing that with more authority, big man.
Yeah.
You can't be finger rolling in those type of possessions.
Good call. It was a late call, but good call. Timeout for Halifax Prep after picking up another foul. The lead's at 14. We'll be back to Ottawa.
Who will be crowned national champion?
The North Pole Hoops Blueprint is a multi-layered system for Canadian basketball talent to maximize their potential from grade 5 all the way to the NBA. NPH works in partnership with the community, including the national and provincial governing bodies, as well as club programs to maximize scholarship opportunities. The NPH Showcase Circuit is your opportunity to learn the blueprint while joining the NPH family.
Killing time. Allen Spoon Hunters cooking up a show. Jordan Prasad putting the NPA on notice.
Now, new names will emerge
Setting the NPA on fire.
with the same passion of those that came before them. And to them we say, next man up.
Next man up. LBA, a perfect example of that with Ali Atiki out with injury. Next man up, and they've had a number of guys step up to the plate in this one. Ramirez bounce pass to Heim. Ooh, showing off the little dribble package, but no good.
I don't know about that shot for J9. That's out of rhythm for him. A fadeaway.
Nice finish in transition from Ramirez. LBA using the beginning of this third quarter to start putting some distance between themselves and the sevens.
Good use of the offhand there from Ramirez.
LBA, a team that every season seems to really start their upswing around this time of the year. And there's Heim getting after it defensively. Isaiah Owen and Marcus Stewart checking in for London Basketball Academy. Obasado out, Stacey Smith. That's exactly what this team needs to do.
They got to overload that one side, keep Stacey on one. The rest of the guys pack 4 on the other.
Owen with a nice look, but Heim could not finish it. Back the other way, Smith. You could tell he was thinking about it. Instead, he pulls back, goes to Tavon Downey. Threads the needle, but loses it. Isaiah Owen, he's got some bounce.
Good decision there. He was uncertain. Felt the defender on his back. Just come up with an easy 2, man. 2 points, extending it to 15. I think Coach Provenzano will be very happy about that.
Simmons. Finds Downey. A nice ball fake, one dribble, cash, money, take Downey. Shadow, jump on that one, just solid position basketball. Up top. Obasado. Simmons finds Downey. Back to back. No good for Downey this time around. Oh, Michael Mattis down the other end. We called for the foul. LBA has put some distance in, but Halifax Prep not going away, keeping it within distance here. Next to the dish today is RNS and North Star.
J9 Simmons has slowed down a bit here in the second half. Haven't got the same level of production so far in the third.
Great passing. Couldn't finish it off, but good hands all around there for the Sevens. 10 on the shot clock right now. Simmons, kick out, Stacey Smith, they lost him, but he could not capitalize.
Really good feed, just not enough time to get off a clean shot. The closeout came at him very quickly there.
Hey, can't argue at all.
All getting sorted out right now, whether that was a foul or not. Just trying to figure out how many down he has. Quickly turned over. And you see how far the zone is extended here for LBA. They're not given any space to bring up the ball or set up in their offense. Kind of playing a matchup zone here.
First half had a lot of flow to it. I feel like the second half, whistles are tightening up a little bit. But again, players just need to adjust to it. We talk about it all the time, man. Every level you go to, every place that you play, there's one constant. You're going to have to get used to the whistles.
Every region has a different identity for players, referees, coaching, the whole nine. You should see what it's like in British Columbia.
Pipe bomb emoji. Thank you again for joining us. One person I will be shouting out consistently these days will be one Tristan Jones, who is manning our broadcast here and will take home the title of Ironman.
Captain Stamina himself.
I believe that's what Mike Dotto is bringing up today with the backups. Beat the shot clock, couldn't get it to go. Good save, but not to the right. I believe your Ironman suit is on the way today, Tristan, just so you know. But much like Deontay Wilder, it may take a lot of energy out of you walking down to the ring with it, so legs may be tired for your heavyweight bout. Reynolds off glass is good. Oh, I think that kissed off the glass from the corner. That's one of those shots you just shake your head at. checking in. Stephen Lindsay. You can see Halifax Prep's half-court adjustments have worked in the ball movement perspective. That's Downey from downtown, getting it into the high post, back up top, quick swing leading to a three. And that is the loud clapping of one Ming Falahan.
Ali's done a really good job considering all the minutes that he's played, trying to stay out of foul trouble, trying to stay as vertical as possible, not swinging like he has in the past.
Kruger, a guy that we've with the injury to Atiki.
I mean, and LBA's got multiple guys in that 6'8" range that could really fill in while Atiki heals up. I mean, there's no really replacing a guy like that. Game's back up to a 12-point lead here in favor of LBA, and they've slowed down a little bit. Looked at one point, oh, beautiful shot there by Jordan Nelson. See the elevation on that. Lindsay, 6'6", 2020. Also come off the bench and build off of that, show your value.
12 seconds.
Quarter. Our next stop was Winnipeg, Manitoba.
Oh, stick back jabs.
Then we started 2020 in Calgary, Alberta.
Up top. Two-handed alley-oop slam.
Before landing with a bang in Montreal, Quebec. 20,000 kilometers later, our sights are now set on Ottawa, Ontario, where all 12 NPA teams battle for playoff position. The path to NPA Nationals go through our nation's capital. Time is almost up to find out who is the next man up. The NPA started this.
The North Pole Hoops Blueprint is a multi-layered system for Canadian basketball talent to maximize their potential from grade 5 all the way to the NBA. NPH works in partnership with the community, including the national provincial governing bodies, as well as club programs to maximize scholarship opportunities. The NPH Showcase Circuit is your opportunity to learn the blueprint while joining the NPH family. Canadian National Invitational Tournament in July brings a team-focused evaluation platform. The CNIT brings 100-plus top-tier clubs from around the world to compete for the national crown. Student athletes continue their journey to the next level as North Pole Hoops invites the network of prep and post-secondary programs to evaluate talent live and direct.
We're back. Fourth quarter is underway, or is now underway. Nelson right away getting to the rim for two.
Climbing the ladder on that one. And we got Tito going to the line here. He's been solid from the free throw. Been a major addition and contributor to this Halifax Prep 7 squad. J9 Simmons right now just receiving some instruction here from Coach.
Halifax Prep right now at that point in the game where they are feeling.
You see good sportsmanship there from Kruger picking them up. And it doesn't get easier from here. The rest of the games throughout the week are all going to college coaches tuning into that one, both in attendance and online.
Corner. Nope. Lindsay pulls it down. LBA has a wet head.
Terrific in this game. He's just making all the right decisions, and he's playing extremely unselfish. The amount of times he's helped set guys up, and just in plays like that, like he could have shot it himself, he could have drove, looked for the extra pass, and that was the right basketball play. He's got
finish. Lots of contact there. Calling it on a jump. Obasado. Those go-go gadget arms really wrapped up the ball there.
Well-earned rest for Ragab, man. He's had a lot of mileage on him over the last
Reynolds
to Stacey Smith. If you're going to make that look, once you hit one of those kill spots in the paint, you want to get it right on target to a guy like Stacey. You don't want him to have to reach down to his ankles.
Yeah.
That split second, that's where the closeout happens, and you don't have a clear. The guys who get it on target, those are really valuable plays, because a lot of teams are in situations often in games where there's seconds left in the game, and every millisecond in between matters that much more.
Give it up for Halifax Prep. They are battling right down. They are not bowing down on defense. Quick hands, getting after the ball. Pass every time.
Tuning in now, who's turned their program.
First of 2 games today for RNS.
Sweet move, Azad Shahal.
Midway point of the 4th quarter, LBA starting to pull away.
Indochino to me is a million guys getting a million suits, and each one is different. I think the value is the quality is undeniable in terms of the suit that you'll get, and the fabric and style selection is second to none.
I think when someone puts on a suit, they take on almost a different personality, and they feel comfortable in their skin and who they are, and they feel good. Doesn't matter where you're going, what event you're going to, but everyone feels good in a suit.
I think a lot of what we do is kind of going against the grain, so to speak. Bespoke, made to measure, custom was traditionally only in store. We were the first to bring it online, and as we went through that journey, we really felt that in order to connect with the consumer, we needed to give them true options, really provide a service and an engaging experience that customers would enjoy and remember.
Indochino is a custom-made experience, but with off-the-rack prices. You are in control. So you come on in, you choose what sort of material you're pursuing, choose what sort of print or patterns you really want to try out overall. From there, you pick out what kind of customizations you want to bestow upon these lovely garments, measure you up, and you get to express what you want, tighter, looser, longer, shorter, so everything sits on you as you want. We do everything all in one.
Indochino. Promo code HOOPS. Get you $30 off your next suit. Talking to a couple of coaches here for this session in the nation's capital, saying that they will be heading into the Ottawa location to get measured up for their suit for nationals. And a reminder that all of our award winners will also be picking up an Indochino made-to-measure, custom-made suit. Downey called for the foul on the battle.
Really like the addition of Owen here for LBA. I think he's done such a terrific job in terms of keeping the defensive intensity up. And guys are feeding off of that.
LBA,
Ethan McCarthy getting his first minutes of the game.
Digging deep down the pine. LBA, man, they play for each other. They are willing McCarthy to drop a jumper to get himself on the score sheet.
And some people may look at the end of the game here and say this is garbage minutes, and that is not the case in any way, shape, or form. These are critical minutes for the guys who are coming off of the bench and have an opportunity to get acquainted with the level of comp, as well as learning their system so that when they're called on at Nationals, they're ready.
Again, NPA Nationals coming your way from the Humber North campus, March 25 through 28. Just a month in.
All about the extra passes, LBA.
That was Stefan Lindsay that dropped the little layup in close for two. Simmons called for the foul on the extension of the arm.
Ethan's done a really good job in terms of keeping his body prepared. 20, really excited about the future of the league. You gotta love that.
Shadow got after it. Again, this is the type of stuff when you have reason to be frustrated and you channel that energy into something good. Forget about this game. Like, forget about it. Think about what else you can be doing to stand out to a coach here in attendance.
Yeah, to be down as much as Halifax is and still be able to fight for those 50 balls and dive on the floor.
And we see Deng Majak in for the first time for LBA as well. They're all calling for McCarthy.
And that kind of feeds off the idea we were talking about before off air. When your team has success, it breeds a lot of individual success as well, because the higher that you go in an event, the more rounds that you play in the playoffs, the more looks that everybody gets.
Another basket, this time Marcus Stewart. LBA feeling good about the depth on their squad in this one, getting some time on the floor. No good from the big man. First shot from the charity stripe. Splits a pair. Does Regab, who again has just been a great project to watch here in the NPA, as Ali Regab hit that. And it's good. Chaston Cameron Chalker from downtown. One of the second semester transfers. And look at Regab with the hustle, gets it to Chalker. Chalker, mid-court, gets it to Downey. Look at this, man. You gotta You got to take the stretches of games like this and enjoy it. Again, Obisado, steal. Basket in the bump. 7-0 run from Halifax Prep. That's why you play to the end regardless of the score. 53.6 left. Stay in the game, win the stretches. That's how you do it. Timeout on the floor. We'll be back.
Season on Canada's East Coast in Halifax, Nova Scotia.
Big time shot, Jordan. No.
Our next stop was Winnipeg, Manitoba.
Oh, stick back jams.
Then we started 2020 in Calgary, Alberta.
Up top. Oh, two-handed alley-oop slam.
Before landing with a bang in Montreal, Quebec. 20,000 kilometers later, our sights are now set on Ottawa, Ontario, where all 12 NPA teams battle for playoff position. The path to NPA Nationals go through our nation's capital. Time is almost up to find out who is the next man up. The NPA
53.6 to go. This is why you play to the end of the game. This stretch for Halifax Prep is one that they can go back and look at the tape and say, look, like when we put the energy in, this is what we can do. That is a 7-0 run in about a 30-second span, Elias.
Definitely a good run, and it makes you proud if you're the coach looking at them and saying, you know, they left it all out there. That's all you can really ask for.
And at Halifax Prep, but on the other side, you know, Angelo Provenzano is going to be able to go back to his team and say, listen, we ended this game like down 9-2. Like there was a 9-2 run going on down the stretch of this game. Like what happened to us that we allowed this to happen?
Yep.
Learning points on both sides of the ball. LBA will take their opener.